Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about some new designs that have been released over the last 3 months. Hello, my name is Kelly, also known as Roro and Kids, and in today's episode we are going to talk about some new designs that have been released over April, May and June, mostly for the summer period, but we have got a couple of little winter things. Or autumn things, I should say. Like, I'm not talking about the big designers that everybody knows about. Some of them may be very well known to you. Some of them are reasonably big, but they don't get talked about as much as like Stephen West or Andrea Mowry or things like that. So I've purposefully not gone for the big guys. I've also chosen everything that is size inclusive. It's not size inclusive, it's not included in this list. So there's that as well. So I'm going to crack on because we've got a lot. There's a lot. I couldn't pick. I've struggled. So, first up, we're going to look at the Tulipan Tee by Lynette, who is also Lene Home Samso. Now, I know she's quite well known, but I haven't seen this, and I thought it was really cute. It does remind me a little bit of the Salty Air Tee, but I think it's in a different weight. Yes, so this is in worsted weight. So it is, whereas the Salty Air Tee is a 4-ply weight. So it is different, but it does have that lovely little lace detail around this top, and I think that's really sweet. That's obviously like a cotton version of it as well. So let's have a look. It was released in May 2025, and she's used Sandy's Garn Linne, I think that's pronounced, I'm not 100%, which is cotton and linen mixed, but it is worsted weight, a 10-ply yarn. So in the UK it's quite difficult for us to get hold of worsted, but you could use, like, an Aran is so similar to a worsted, so you might be able to get away with an Aran. So this is on 4mm needles, which is a US 6, and there is XS to 5XL in the sizing. Now, has she got the, yes she does. So that is a 34.25 inch bust up to a 61.75 inch bust. She's got a size guide here. Tulipan, is that right? Tulipan Tee is intended to have positive ease of approximately 5 to 10 centimetres, 2 to 4 inches, depending on how loosely fitting you want it to be. It's shown here with a positive ease of 12 centimetres, 4.75 inches. It's shown here with a positive ease, and with a positive ease of 8. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Has she got a 4.75 inch ease, or has she got a 3.25 inch ease? I don't know. Find your personal bust circumference by measuring around your chest or the widest part of your upper body. Then look at the measurements given at the beginning of the pattern. These are the finished measurements of the tee. Positive ease difference between your personal... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so she's saying 2 to 4 inches, sorry. That definitely looks more to me. She's definitely in the top end. And again, so it's still working as a size inclusive tee, but just be aware of that. So this comes in at £5.47 or 45 krona. I still haven't figured out what that actual currency is, and I do apologise. And yeah, it was released in May 2025. So there you go. It's kind of a summery tee, but it's also like a bit autumnal as well because it's worsted. Next, we've got In the Garden by Jessica McDonald. Sorry, Jessica, just automatically call you Jessie. Jessica McDonald. This was released in June 2025, and this is just a beautiful, pretty colour work tee. It's got these gorgeous little flowers on the bottom. I just think it's really pretty. And then the lovely little sleeves. So, this was released in June 2025 and it comes in at £7.1 or $9, $9 I should say. It is in light fingering weight. She's used Holst Garn Super Soft, which is a 3-ply and it's merino and Shetland wool mix, 50-50. So that would be quite warm. So we've got needles 3.25mm, which is a US 3, or 2.25mm, which is a US 1. And the sizes available. So she's got finished measurements here. She has wrote the sizes available up there. So you've got in inches 35.25 up to a 64 inch, and it's to be worn with 4 to 10 inches of positive ease. So that definitely pulls you in to, it goes up to a 60 inch if you're having the 4 inches of ease, and you can go all the way down to a 25 inch chest for that as well. So that's a nice scope of sizes. Yeah, she tells you the skills and everything else. So in the garden is knit seamlessly from the top down. You begin by casting on for the back neck, increases our work to shape the shoulders. After completing the back yoke, stitches for the fronts are picked up from the back shoulders. Simple shaping creates a crew neckline. After the front yoke is complete, the body of the garden is knit in the round. Floral colourwork decorates the body just before the hem. A cropped length mix in the garden, perfect for wearing over dresses or high-waisted bottoms. Top-down construction makes easy to lengthen to your preference. Short sleeves added the finishing touch. So there we go. That is In the Garden by Jessica MacDonald. I think that's really pretty. Next, we've got this, which I just thought was so unusual. This is the Refracta Sweater by Zanette Knits. So this is in fingering weight, and it was released in May 2025. It almost looks inside out, but there's one of them that really looks inside out. She got the testers up, but isn't that pretty? It's so unusual. This one really looked inside out to me. It's not going to zoom in. I just think it's really unusual and I like it. That looks inside out, doesn't it? It's just such a cool technique. And obviously there's lots of different colour options. Just zoom a little bit. And you can obviously go further down if you want to, because hers is much longer, isn't it? Or maybe that's a bust. Yeah, she's got bigger bust, so it looks the same length actually. Now I look at it again. Maybe. I'm not 100% there. This is beautiful. So yeah, I won't go through all of these because there's a lot. But here's the designer's pictures. Again, so the Refracta Sweater. Now, it's in a fingering weight. She's used Billum hand-dyed yarns Sneck, whatever that is. So obviously it's a colour changing wool type thing, which is 100% wool merino. So she's used a plain yarn and then she's used a colour changing yarn on the yoke section. It comes in at £7. There is no other currency on there because it's obviously in my currency at the minute. This top-down yoke design is my first deep dive into mosaic knitting and I had a lot of fun with it. The mosaic motif extends well past the sleeve separation, giving you plenty of chances to enjoy the technique. The geometric shapes of the pattern don't hold any particular meaning, they're just the result of me experimenting with this fascinating method and seeing how the fabric behaves. The name of the design came from its look. It reminds me of light bending through a prism and refracting into vibrant dynamic patterns. To create a better fit, the back neck is raised using short rows. This part is worked in the round to keep both sides of the centre back symmetrical. Once that's done, the knitting switches to working flat to avoid jog you'd usually get at the start of the round. The pattern includes instructions for long sleeves, but since it's worked top down, you can customise the sleeves as well as the body. length, however you like. The sample shown has short sleeves to show off its versatility. Project is super engaging with new elements introduced throughout the chart, keeping things fresh and fun. It's a great design for anyone who wants to dive into mosaic knitting in a creative and exciting way. It also comes in French, German, Spanish and Portuguese, which is amazing. I nearly said which is intermediate. I nearly said which is immediate. That's what I nearly said. So there is 9 sizes, and it goes from a 38 3/4 to a 70 3/4 inch, but it is an 8 to 10 positive ease. So that's a 30 3/4 inch to a 62 3/4 inch, which is still amazing. It is fingering weight yarn. It's got the gauge details, and then it just gives you, there'll be a slight jog at the top of the back. Yeah, it's just giving you little details there, but absolutely beautiful. So many photos of it, absolutely loads. And then she's got the schematic at the bottom, which is always very handy. So there we go. That is the Refracta Sweater by Zanette Knits. I'm going because I can't say it. Right, let's bring a little bit of crochet into the mix, shall we? As I have a slurp of tea. This is Geddy Tee by Tanis Lavelle. Lavalley. Is that Lavalley? Is that how you say her surname? Because that's like saying lovely in a Cockney accent. Lavalley. Anyway, Tanis Knits, isn't it? I know she's quite big, but I just thought this was cool. And I'm gabbing on about her name, but that's not the important bit. The important bit is this is beautiful. So this is the Geddy Tee. It comes in at £7 or $9, and it was released in April 2025. So let's have a little look. So you got the crochet and the knitting together here. So you do your granny squares, and then you've got your knitted jumper, and I just think that's cute as. I love that. You could really like go to town on your granny squares, couldn't you? Have these like lavish granny squares, and then this little tea. I just think it's really cute. Ah, little doggy. And then she's got her schematic as well. So this is knitted in DK. She's used Tanis Fibre Arts Pure Wash DK, so she's used her own yarn. I do realise she is a big designer, but I saw this and I just really wanted to show it. I don't know if it's been shown around a million other podcasts, because I know that tends to happen with these things. Everyone shows the same thing, which is why I like to go a bit obscure. But I wanted to show this because I just thought it was cute with the combination of the two crafts. So she's used her own Pure Wash DK, which looks cool. Looks nice. It's 100% wool merino, and it says it's soft. So there we go. That's DK. And it comes in a lot of sizes. Now let me see. I told you the price, didn't I? So it comes in 8 sizes, and it's a 39 inch up to a 67 inch, but it's 10 inches of positive ease. So that's a 29 inch to a 57 inch, which isn't great, but you wouldn't have to do that amount of ease. She's put choose a size that corresponds to 6 to 10 inches larger than your chest measurement. So it does actually go up to a 61 inch. You don't have to have that amount of ease. I know that's not perfect, but it is what it is at this point. Like, people do size inclusivity, but they tend to play with the rules with ease. There is something about a saddle shoulder construction that I find so effortlessly cool. I can't read anymore. It's the graphic lines that work their way from the neckline down the sleeves. So modern. For this casual everyday top, I decided to take those saddles that I love so much and work them in granny squares. Never want to shy away from a pop of colour. This unexpected placement has thoroughly won me over. And it's won me over too. It's lovely. So this is knitted on 3.75mm hook, or a US size F, 3.5mm needle, or US size 4, for the smaller needle, and then a 4mm US 6 for the main section. And there's a video YouTube YouTube playlist with several tutorials to help you, which I probably need for speech. So there we go. That is the Geddy Tee by Tanis Laverley, and it's Laverley. Next, we're going crochet now, and we have the Fiamma Tank. I think that's correct, by Nomad Stitches. I just think this is beautiful. It comes in at £8 and is in a light fingering 3-ply. She's used knitting for olive cotton merino, which is 70% cotton and 30% wool. Light fingering 3-ply. And I want to make this. I just think it's so pretty. Like I know that knitting pattern, but I don't know it as a crochet pattern, and I just think that's lovely. It is a bit cropped for me. I would have to make it longer, but I'm sure that isn't an issue. So yeah, really pretty, really lovely. And I've never made a crochet top before. So this was released in June 2025, and it says the Fiamma Brioche, oh, it's brioche, crochet tank is inspired by, my camera's running out, is inspired by the flickering movement of flames, Fiamma meaning flame in Italian, works sideways in a squishy stitch that mimics knitted brioche. It's as fun to make as it is to wear. It makes things even smoother. To make things even smoother, the pattern includes helpful progress tables designed to take the pressure off pattern reading and let you truly go with the flow. Whether you're dressing it up or layering it casually, the Fiamma Brioche Tank is destined to become a favourite both on your hook and in your wardrobe. And there's a sister pattern of a shawl. And download the lookbook for info on the sample and tester samples. Oh, okay. So let's go into sizing first before we have a gander at them. This pattern comes in 9 different sizes, and it's got bust circumference, let's get to the inches, 26.5 to 64.75 inch. And it's meant to have 0 to 1 inch of negative ease in mind. So this is entirely, finally, size inclusive. You're covering the small sizes, you're covering the big sizes. It's brilliant. And then it says the sample is shown in size 4 with low front. So maybe there's a different version in there with a higher front or something, so you don't have to have it so low cut. I don't think that's too bad though. She's not indecent, is she? The hook is, where is it? There, hook's 3.5mm or size needed to meet gauge. I do not know what that is in the US. I'm very, very sorry. So I did say it came in at £8. There was something I wanted to do. What did I want to do? Oh, these. So there's the shawl, which we'll have a quick look at. I'm not going to go right into too much detail. Why have I lost internet? Oh, we're leaving Ravelry. Are you going to show it to me? Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? So this is the this is loading very slowly. I don't know what's going on. But yes, this is the shawl that is its like sister. That's very pretty. And then let's get back. And then the lookbook. Download the lookbook. Oh, I don't want to be downloading anything. Ah, okay. Oh, look at this. Okay. Oh, so you can see it in all... Right. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Oh, what a lovely idea. Oh, I might have to pinch this idea. Oh, very snazzy. Okay. Right, I'm not going to go into it because it's taken ages to load, but there we go. That is the Fiamma Tank. Right, I've got a what's it called? A curveball, just because I saw it and I was like, oh my God, look at that. So this is the Fish You Were Here tank top by Heidi Kneeling. I mean, look at it. It's It's fantastic. I mean, yeah, I just saw it and was like, oh my God, look at that. Fish you were here. So yeah, if you fancy a fishy top, I mean, it's got all the scales on the back and everything. This is full crochet, as was the tank top we've just looked at, and it was May 2025 this was released. And it says, I'm not going into massive detail with this because it was kind of just like a curveball that I saw and it made me laugh. But it's all made to measure. It does come in at £4.28 or $5.50 US. The crochet terminology is US. And yeah, it's just, it doesn't really say about the sizing or anything. It's an advanced level pattern. It's written in English, 25-page pattern. But it doesn't mention anything about sizing. It just says all made to measure. So I'm going to leave it there because it might be really awkward. I don't know. I just thought, look at that. Fish you were here. Thank you, Heidi Kneeling. Right. There were some jumpers popped up for me that were released in the last quarter. So I thought I would share them with you in case you're getting geared up to start your autumn knits or even your winter knits if you're a slow knitter or you just don't have as much time and you want to get on with your winter knits in the summer. Perfectly no, what am I saying? No reason not to. No, I don't know. Just crack on. So the Frostberry Sweater by Tanya Barley. So this was released in June 2025 and it comes in at €8 or £7.24 and it is a DK weight jumper, sweater, pullover, jersey, whatever you like to call them. It is knitted on a US 2.5, which is a 3mm, or a US 6, which is a 4mm. So the ribbon is obviously on quite small needles. But it's very, very pretty. This photo just absolutely calls to me. I have a top that does this down the side. I haven't released it. Well, I have. It was released in a magazine. But the top that I released in a magazine has this down the side. It kind of adds just a little bit more stability to knitting in the round. Because when you knit in the round, rather than knitting flat, when you used to knit flat and you sewn up the seams, it gave a lot more stability to the jumper than when you knit in the round. It can start to like twist itself out of shape. So those slip stitches there do give it just a little bit extra. But I love that yoke. See, it looks different there, but it's beautiful. This is nice, like this green, and then someone's done it in a tealy blue. No, it's not really teal, but you know. And the pattern photos themselves are just stunning, absolutely stunning. I love them. So yes, I just think this is really beautiful. This cream one here. Oh, mind the barbed wire though. Click your jumper. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm adding that to my favourites. So Frostberry Sweater by Tanya Barley. So this is, where's my sizing? Right, we've got 9 sizes and it is 35.5 inch to a 66.5 inch with 2 to 8 inches at the bust of positive ease. So that drops that down to a 28. Is that right? 27.5 to a 58.5 if you want the full ease. If you want lesser ease, then you've got 33.5 and 64.5. So there's a lot of scope for sizes. It is size inclusive. It's showing the wearer had 2.75 inches of positive ease at the bust and the white sample was 6 inches of positive ease. So beautiful, really, really beautiful. Now, what does it say about it? Frostberry is a round yoke sweater, works seamlessly and in the round. The sweater features an elongated stitch motif with cables and nups / bobbles around the yoke. The 4 seam running along the sides of both the body and the sleeves. The sweater is worked in reverse stockingette. However, the right and wrong sides are swapped after the yoke is complete, so the rest of the sweater is knitted in the wrong stockingette side, and there is not much purling involved. So kind of like the summer flirt tee, which I did by Wool and Pine. So you get all the yoke out the way, and then you flip the sweater and you start working it inside out, so you're only knitting. And that works really well, and it's not as difficult as you think. As long as she's explained it well enough in the pattern, it is really not as difficult as you think. You just turn the other way. It's absolutely fine. You don't get a hole or anything. So there we go. That is the Frostberry sweater. I do think that's absolutely stunning. And then one other sweater was the Rozeta by Hannah. I am not going to try and pronounce her name. Hadenitz. I don't know. This is also in TK, and I am assuming that this is crochet. So I didn't click on the yarn for that last one, did I? I'm sorry, I'm rubbish at that. So she's used Dye Done Silky Lena. So Dye Done is the name of the brand, and then Silky Lena, which is 65% linen and 45% silk. And this is the top. So it's got this beautiful section on the side. I just thought it was unusual. I think, yeah, it's only on the one side. Oh, it's not crochet, is it? That's knitted. Why did I think it was crochet? I just think it's really pretty. Bit different, something a bit different. Right, so I say it's knitting there, honestly. So to DK, and it says, Rozeta is a relaxed fitting pullover that beautifully combines comfort with captivating design details. This charming sweater features a beautiful lace insert, creatively positioned in one side, a delicate eyelet neckline, and beautifully finished cuffs and hem. To start, you'll first knit a lace doily and then continue with the sweater itself. The sweater is seamlessly worked from top down, beginning with short rows that shape the neckline, followed by raglan increases that lead to the perfect yoke depth. Once you reach this point, sleeve stitches are placed on hold while you work the body down to the hem. First in rounds, then flat, attaching the doily as you go. Afterwards, the sleeve stitches are picked up to knit in rounds down to the cuffs. All intricate details are clearly explained in the pattern and supported by helpful video tutorials. And it's got 9 sizes, and they go from a 37.75 inch to a 67 inch bust, and it's 6 inches of positive ease. So we're going from a 31 to a 61 inch, which ain't too bad. I think that's not too bad at all. She's got 5 inches ease on her sweater. So there we have it. That is the Rozeta. I just think that's pretty. So I did have 2 cardigans to show you, but when I looked into them a little bit harder, they weren't size inclusive. So I apologise for that. But we're going to move on, and we're going to do a couple of socks. So the first pair of socks we've got is the Great Big Ball Gown by Lauren Rad. Sorry, Lauren, I nearly called you Lara for some bizarre reason. Lauren Rad. So these were released in May 2025, and she's used Pearl Soho Fine Print as her yarn. Ooh, that looks fancy. Wool and 25% polyamide, but it looks all like, oh, maybe it's just a colour. Oh, right. I thought it was like shiny. Losing the plot. So these are knitted on 2.5mm needle, which is a US 1.5, and they have 5 finished sizes for them, and we need to look at them, Kelly. Yes, we do. So here they are. So they're a lovely lacy sock. It's unusual lace pattern. I just thought that was beautiful. She does show them worn, because I know a lot of people like to see the sock worn and not just as flat lay. I get told that often when I release sock patterns. I always wear my socks in my pattern photos, but people will message me and tell me that they're very thankful that I've worn them, because they don't like the flat lay of a sock. They want to see it on a foot. So she's got the flat lay as the front picture, but she has actually worn them, so that helps. And then there's lots of flat layers. They are very cute. They've got a partridge eye heel, and then, which is just, it's a heel flap and gusset. You just slip the stitches alternatively instead of all in one line. Twisted rib, and then this beautiful lace. So they are the Great Big Ball Gown. It says, the Great Big Ball Gown has played a few different important roles of romance novel covers over the decades. Up through the 1970s, classic Gothic romance covers often showed women running away from creepy old houses. I think that's old, not hold. Usually at night, sometimes in billowing nightgown, or sometimes in a great big ball gown. When the clinch cover took over, women often wore great big ball gowns while clutched in their beloved arms. And then there's my favourite variation of this theme, the cover with just a solo woman in a beautiful billowing, often jewel-toned gown, whose skirts spill in gorgeous folds across the front cover, sometimes spreading along the spine and onto the back cover. You know the ones I'm talking about. They're lush and vibrant and so dreamy. These socks are knitted from the top down with a twisted 1x1 rib cuff, heel and flap and gusset and wedge toe. They are graded to 5 sizes for a wider range of fit. The abundance of cables and eyelets are meant to echo the folds and creases of the ball gown skirt. Beautiful. They're really, really pretty. So that is the Great Big Ball Gown socks. They are $7.50 US, or about £5.84 in the UK. Now, if you know me well, you know I like a raccoon. I know you Americans bluminate raccoons because they're pests and they do your head in, but we haven't got them here, so I don't get that irritation from them, and I just see them and I think they're very cute. My lovely American friend Angie always sends me little videos of raccoons that she from the area and everything, and I love raccoons, and when I seen these, oh my God, I need raccoon socks. I need raccoon socks in my life. These are by Andrea Rangel, and they were released in May 2025. And they are on light fingering weight. She's used Gauge Dye Works 4-ply sock, which is, this pretty stuff, which is merino and nylon. And quite frankly, I need raccoon socks right now. Look at them. Just look at them. So this is the front with the cute little raccoon faces. And then this is the heel with the the sole with the feet on. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want these in the life? I know you people who hate raccoons will not want them in your life. But I need them. Look at them. I know they're trash pandas, but they're just so cute. And I need raccoon socks. I've decided. These are going in my list to be done as soon as I need them. My eyes are watering. I'm not actually crying over raccoons. My eyes are watering. So, these are knitted on a 2.25mm, which is a US 1, and a 2.75mm, which is a US 2 for the colour work, obviously. Head into a deep, dark forest where nighttime critters get into mischief. These adorable socks, a collaboration between Andrea and Catherine at Gauge Dye Works, are inspired by sweet striped raccoon tails, their cute little faces and troublemaking dexterous hands. Get into a relaxed knitting vibe with the engaging striped legs and enjoy a bit of delightful raccoon colourwork on the toes. A contrasting short row heel accents the socks perfectly. These socks are worked cuff down. It says it was a June design for the 2025 Gauge Summer Yarn Pattern Club. It's sold out for 2025, but the pattern and the yarn will be available separately in the summer of 2026. So can you not get the pattern? I didn't see that. Oh my goodness me. It's already in my favourites though, because as soon as I seen it yesterday, I was like, I need raccoon socks, and now I can't buy it. that's just not good enough. I'm not happy. But anyway, it's in 3 sizes, and I'm going to have to sign up to that mailing list and get them. Oh, because it's for a Cal. They'll be available separately in the summer of 2020. I've got to wait a year to knit my Raccoon Socks. Not happy. Anyway, moving on. We're going on to hats. We've got the Bendigo Beanie by Susanna Kartinen. Sanna & Co. This was released in June 2025, and it's a DK hat. It is available. I really need to look at things a little bit better before I add them to these lists, don't I? It's $8 Australian or about £4.07. And here it is. I just thought this was cute. You could do such beautiful colours. I like how the colour work starts and then the rest of it, like how the blue is there and then it changes, and I just like that. I'm easily pleased. And then there's a different version of it. That's weird, isn't it? Because so in this one, I see this is the stripe and this is the background. Does that make sense? So the orange bits is the stripe and this is the background. But in this one, I see this is the stripe and these stripes are the background. So that's weird. Anyway. So coming out Friday the 13th of June. It is a fun and easy colourwork beanie featuring a simple stripe pattern and lots of opportunities to play with colour and maybe even do some stash busting. The beanie is worked bottom up in the round and written for 3 sizes: toddler, small to medium adult and large to extra large adult. So 3 sizes, DK to worsted weight, and it gives you all the details there. Needles, a 3.5mm or a US 4 and a 4.5mm, which is a US 7. And it's bottom up in the round. Work begins with a ribbed cuff. The colourwork pattern covers the body of the hat and the crown shape and round. There's an individual chart with a graded colourwork pattern in each size. There you go. That is the Bendigo Beanie. And the next hat we've got is the Greenleaf Hat by Dying Swan. This was released in April 2025 and it comes in at £4.43 or €4.90. It's a 4-ply fingering weight hat and it's got 2 sizes. It's knitted on a 2.5mm needle, which is a US 1.5. I just think the lace pattern is really pretty in it. I've done stuff like this before, but I do like how she's got this in there, this leaf, and then she's changed it into this pattern and then the leaf comes back again there. I think that's lovely. And it's just a really pretty lacework hat. I had to get lacework. I am obsessed with lace. I have to get lace in these things as much as I can. She got matching mitts. Couldn't think of the word. So she obviously has a pattern for the matching mittens as well, which is lovely. So this says this hat with beautiful leafy lace is inspired by the Lord of the Rings character Legolas Greenleaf. You can knit it with only 1 skein of fingering weight yarn, and you also have enough yarn to knit fingerless mittens with the same lace pattern. So does she have a pattern for the... Oh, she does. She does have a pattern for the mitts as well. She has used... She hasn't said. She hasn't said what she's used for yarn, so I don't actually know. Probably her own, I would assume. If she's called Dying Swan, does that mean she dyes yarn? Hand-dyed yarn brand, Dying Swan. So, yeah, I would assume, but she hasn't linked it to Ravelry. But there you go, anyway, the Greenleaf Hat. Right, we're moving on to shawls, and I found the Moira Shawl by Martika Grabowska. This I thought was knitted, and it's not. It's crochet, It's in US terminology. It was released in April 2025 and it's about £5.21 or whatever on earth that is. I'm sorry if you recognise that. Please let me know what that even means. I have no idea, but it's about £5.21. And it is absolutely stunning. I cannot believe this is crocheted. That sounds terrible. That sounds like crochet can't be stunning. And I know for an absolute fact that it can. I just really thought at a distance it was knitted. And then when I clicked on it, I was like, hang on, that looks odd. Like that doesn't look knitted. And then realised it was crochet. But yeah, it's just so beautiful. I didn't think you could do that with crochet. So I need to try this, but maybe very further down the line. Isn't that beautiful? So I do think she's used a cotton looking at that, yeah. So it's lightweight, light fingering or 3-ply. She's got 3 different yarns listed here. So Kokonki cotton acrylic, which is a colour changer. 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. So a whirl would do you. I'm assuming that's Russian and I don't know what it says, but cotton mixed cake, I don't know what that says. Cotton acrylic, so there's a different, she's listing different cakes you can use. And then a Zachracone cotton acrylic 3-ply, which is 50% cotton. So she's just listed 3 different colour changing. Cotton, 50% cotton, 50% acrylic mix. Whirls, basically. They're whirls, aren't they? And she says, can you see how Moira's motifs intertwine like our fate and the threads of destiny? Sometimes crossing, sometimes joining, always creating something more beautiful together than apart. This is the simplest of my designs, making it perfect for those beginners on their journeys with my patterns. It requires diagram reading skills and features front post and back post stitches, including puff stitches and triple crochets. So even if you're already familiar with my patterns, you won't be bored. As always, the pattern is presented in diagram form, composed of repeatable motifs and includes several finishing options. The recommended yarn length is 1,400 to 1,700 metres, and I suggest a 4mm hook if you tend to crochet tightly. And then the rest is in her language, which I think is Russian. I am not 100%. Please tell me this pattern is in English. Oh, it's Polish. Okay, Polish. And this must be Polish money, which I can't remember what they're called. I'm going to click on her because if that's her most simple pattern, I just want to see what else she does. Wow. Wow. Okay, look at that. Wow. Okay. I've just discovered a beautiful new designer because they blow me away. They're absolutely stunning. So there you go. Hopefully you've just also discovered a beautiful new design too. So that is Martika Grabowska, and that was the Moira Shawl, which is her easiest pattern. And I can see that. Next up, we have the Twist Shawl by Beatrice Mace. This was released in June 2025. It comes in at £5.43 or €6, and it's a fingering 4-ply weight. She's used Life in the Long Grass singles, which is 100% merino singles, and Prue Yarns which is a mohair, 70% goat mohair and 30% silk. So she's used those 2, and this is very pretty, and it's just a short shawl, which I'm sure you'd be able to keep going with, but I just think that's really pretty. It's different. I like the colours she's used. Beautiful. So, this was released June 2025, if I didn't say it already. Twist shawl constructed like a yoke, can be worn wrapped around the neck or just laid on the shoulders to enjoy the twisted tips. Have fun with the colour fade and some fancy stitches. So it's got 4 colours in it. No, it hasn't. It's got 3 colours and then the mohair. And then she's got French in there. It is knitted on 3.5mm needle, which is a US 4. And yeah, I just think that's really pretty and a bit different. So that is the Twist Shawl by Beatrice Mace. Block Party by Nicola Fury. This scarf just fills me with pride because I love Nicola, and she is in the 52 Weeks of Scrap Yarn Projects for Crafters, which is where this scarf came from, and it's just, I just love it. It's just gorgeous, and I'm just dead proud of her. Now, you do have to get this book to get this pattern. I'm just going to put that out there. That's why there's no price here. This was released in April 2025, and it comes in one size. It's a scarf. But you do need this book to get it, to get the pattern. But there is so many beautiful patterns in this book. There's 52 in total, and honestly, there's just some absolutely stunning things in there. So it's definitely worth having a look at that book and seeing if it's something that you would like. Doing a quick scroll because we're going back to Nicola's beautiful scarf because that's the one we're talking about. So there's lots of new options from that book, and I know everybody's been talking about that book, and this isn't like a quiet thing, but I am picking this scarf to talk about, and this scarf alone. So this is the Block Party scarf, and it's just so stunning. This is going to be on my advent list when I talk about advent patterns for next year, because it is just for this year, I should say. It's just so beautiful. Look at it, and you could use your advents and then just have a main colour yarn. I mean, you don't have to have grey. You could have cream or a lighter grey, black, like, do you know what I mean? Or anything you wanted as your main colour. And then all these beautiful things. So this is Block Party is fully reversible colour work scarf. Each of the blocks features a single colour in 3 tonal shades, creating a lively yet balanced look. It comes in one size. It is 76 inches long, which is 190 centimetres, and 8 inches wide, which is 20 centimetres. She tells you the materials you need here, and it's knitted on a 3mm needle, which is a 2.5. It is a provisional cast on, so you need crochet hook and waste yarn for that. It's knitted in the round because it's reversible. A provisional cast on is used at each end to graft together. The colour work chart is worked with a section of plain stocking stitch between each tonal colour work panel. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Well done, Nicola, because I know she watches, and she's such a lovely person, and she deserves all of these nice things. I did say it's released in April 2025. You do need that 52 Weeks of Scrap Yarn book from Lane. Is it Lane? Am I getting that right? Yes, Lane Publishing. And then we've got the Dewdrop Scarf by Lisa Hannes. Don't know. This was released in May 25. And it's a 4-ply fingering weight scarf, kind of shawly. It's a scarf. She's got shawl wrap, but it's predominantly a scarf. Majority a scarf. She's used Pink Queen Yarns Eliza, which is 69% silk, 21% camel, suri, and 10% nylon. I think that's alpaca suri, isn't it? It's not camel. Camelid. So it's alpaca suri. So it's a fluffy, silky masterpiece. So this is the Dewdrop Scarf. I just think, oh, you can see the fluff on it now. I've clicked on that. Didn't realise it was fluffy before. Such a good researcher. So yeah, I just think it would be quite a fun project, this, I believe, because you're not going too wide, so you're not getting the massive long length of stitches and crying because you just want to get back to the thinner bits. And you just, yeah, I just think it's quite cute. And then this is nice. This would be quite handy for me on my motorbike, in all honesty. When that chill starts to get in, you can feel it down your neck. I could do with like something a bit here. It's getting to that point sometimes. Yeah, I just think this is cute. This is nice, isn't it? Like if you had that on with a nice dress in the autumn months, and then she's got it like a shawl there, you'd have to tuck that other side over, I assume, to get it to sit properly. Yeah, she's folded it in there, look. But just lovely. It's nice. I like that. It's simple. Sometimes simple is all you need. So this is where are we at? So it comes in at £5.88, which is €6.50. I don't think I said that already. An airy lace eyelet pattern creates eye-catching graphic lines on this lovely lightweight scarf. It has been designed to beautifully showcase your most precious skein of fingering weight and hand-dyed yarn. Dewdrop scarf is sideways knit scarf or shawlette work from tip to tip in an elongated diamond shape. This makes it fun to knit and easy to wear. The pattern is written for a fluffy finger and weight yarn, but it provides lots of options for easy adjustments if you wish to use different yarn weight or make a smaller/larger scarf according to the available yardage. Fully written row by row as well as charted instructions are provided so you can choose which you prefer to work from. I hope you enjoy the pattern. And it is 49 centimetres long, which is 58.75 inches, and it's 38 centimetres wide, which is 15 inches, but it is adjustable to your liking. And then she's got the details there, and then it goes into a different language, Dutch, I think, is DE Dutch. Oh, I need to learn my things, don't I? So dewdrop scarf. We're going into bags. I've got 2 bags for you and then we're done. I feel like I've been going on for ages. So the Baggu pants? No, we're not knitting pants again. The Baggu Pouch No. 3 by Beatrice we've had her already. I do apologise. My tea's cold. What did we have from Beatrice before? We had this. Thank you, Beatrice. So, she's obviously very good. So this comes in at €5 or is £4.52, and it was released in April 2025, and it's a fingering weight 4-ply bag. Now, it's in English or French. I just thought this was so unusual. I love the little leather straps on it. I love this gathered section. Like, I love that. I just think it's so cute. I really want to make this for my mother-in-law for Christmas. Because she loves an handbag. She does love a handbag. And I think it's just, as long as it's solid. It's only little. It's like a little purse bag, isn't it? I just think it's so cute. So, she has used Mominoki yarn fin wool. So that's this one, which is 100% wool. And she's used the same company, Mominoki yarn in silk mohair, which is 75% goat mohair and 25% silk. So very fancy. Lovely fluffy bag. Now, CAL starts on April 1st, 2025. The CAL will end on June 1st, but the pattern is available by participating or not in the CAL. This pouch is first. So you can just have the pattern, whether you're in the CAL or not. I think that means. This pouch is first knitted flat, then by knitting the sides, you give its final shape. And it's knitted on a 2.25mm needle, which is a US 1. And it's just got other info there. Vegetable leather cord. And she's got the links to get them. To get the cords. So that's cool. Because that's links to Etsy to get the cords. So that's really good. And what was the other thing? 4 stop cords. Ah, so the end of the cords. And she's got those there. Oh, hello. Oh, you're feisty. She's got those there. Oh, I can't look at them, but they're there, they're there. They're there, they're there. I can't hover them at all. So there you go. That's the little bag that I saw that I just thought was super cute. Right, now I said 2 bags. I did have 2 bags to show you. However, this is the second bag, which is this Magnolia bag, and it's absolutely stunningly beautiful. It's a crocheted bag, and I love it. I love it so much. It looks like a nice sturdy bag. However, there is no way of buying it. It's gone, and I don't really know. It wasn't. It definitely wasn't. Like, I know I've made this mistake already once, but it definitely was there, and now it's not. There's no way of buying it at all. There's no link to where it is or anything. However, I will say that Woolish, who designed it, designs lots of crochet bags, and they are absolutely beautiful. So, and they are available. Like, for example, this one, which was released in February, is available. But I'm not talking about ones that were released. I mean, she's got newer ones, so we could talk about this one maybe, which was released. No, because she hasn't got this up for sale. So I don't really understand what's going on, because her newest ones have stopped being up for sale. That one's up for sale, which was released in July, but I'm not talking about July. What's she doing? I don't understand. But that is what I was going to talk about. But I'm just going to point out this designer because her bags, if you're into knitting bags, look at that. If you're into bags, crocheting bags, I should say, not knitting, they look really sturdy and beautiful, and it's obviously her thing. She must love her handbags. Oh, and a puff. You've got to have a puffy. Well, she's got 5 pages and of patterns, and I think they may all be bags. This is her 5th page, and they're mostly bags. And puffies or scarves. She's done scarves there. But yes, we're not going into the designer itself. I'm just telling you because that was my final bag, but it's been taken down, and there is no information of when you can get it. Unlike the Raccoon Socks that I have to wait until next summer for. There's no information of where to get that bag, so I don't want to talk in detail about it. But I am going to point out the designer and yeah, what she does make, because absolutely beautiful. There was one I seen that I loved. Where is it? This. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? So yeah, she is obviously a very, very good bag designer, and I love that because that's not something you see often. But it's just a shame that the one that I'd chosen that was released in April, is just not available. It says nothing on here about when it's coming out or anything. And there's no comments on it, and there's nothing. It's just there. So I don't want to lead you down the garden path in case it never comes out. So there we go. That is it. That is all the designs I've got to talk about that were released in the last quarter. I will be back with another one of these in a quarter. And we'll talk about the patterns that come out over the next few months. July, August, September. We will talk about those. So we'll be going into autumnal type patterns and probably wintry patterns, because people will be getting ready, get the needles at the ready for the winter knits. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed some of these patterns. If you leave a comment below and tell me what your favourite pattern is, I will draw in a couple of weeks on my podcast episode the winner of one of these patterns. I will pick one of you to win your favourite out of the bunch. And you could win that pattern. I will get it for you and gift it through Ravelry. So just leave a comment below and let me know what your favourite pattern was from all of these that I've listed today, and we will pick one of you out of the hat, and I'll send you that pattern. But Other than that, thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time watching me, I am very scatterbrained. I can't say that I'm not normally like this. I'm always like this. Welcome to the roller coaster of Kelly. But, you know, some people love it, some people hate it. I get it. If you did love it, then please click the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, thank you very much for getting this far. Well done, you. And I might see you again in a different time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.